Alright, welcome to this video guide. This is going to show you how to use the stamp tool in Photoshop. And this image is just a screenshot from a game. What I'm going to do is basically I'm going to try to remove this warrior's face using the stamp tool, just, so we can see the wall behind him. Now, what we need to do is use this tool. What you do is you hold down Alt and you click a spot. This is going to be your reference point. Okay, so I clicked right here, that little wedge. So what happens now if I start drawing, you see the first thing that appears is that little wedge, and you can see there's a little cursor around the reference point which I'm drawing from. So if I draw more, see it moves around. So the center of this big brush essentially is where the cursor is pointing. So you see I just drew that block over here. Let's do that just real quick with this guy's face up here. Just draw his face over here. So basically it takes that reference point and it draws, whatever you have around there. Whatever you're drawing around there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start removing this guy's face. What you want to do is make the lines line up essentially. So you see how I took the reference point at the wedge. So I'll start over here on the line. One sec. Start removing right there. So now the lines match up, which make it easier for me to continue this and make it somewhat accurate. It's not going to be too accurate because I'm doing this video pretty quickly, but generally good enough. Okay, so first, as you see, I'm transferring the lines over to here. They will guide me later. So now I'll be able to just, click in a random spot. Or, I'll just click on the wedge over here, find the wedge over here, and start drawing from there. So there we go, I got this guy. And if you mess up, you can always, go back, fix it. Like I messed up on it right above his face. And I won't bother going below the face because I'm just recreating this wall. If you mess up, I'll go ahead and fix this right here. Oops. Just made it worse. This will generally work when you got something fairly easy like this, I guess. So I'll just zoom out. And there you go. His face is gone and it's just a wall. Okay, so now I'll go to another image and just apply that. Okay, so you get this jug. Now you're going to use 3 tools to do this. Your task is to increase the size of the background but keep the same size of the jug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, using the lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, I'm going to just roughly select, like this isn't accurate and it's not accurate for a purpose. I'll explain that later, you'll see why. So I'm going to select this jug and the shadow as well, because the shadow would be hard to replicate. Just roughly. Just make sure you don't cut off any pieces of the jug, and it's generally, you're not cutting off any pieces of anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and, Control X. Now you got this big gaping hole in here. So I'll just go ahead and make the size, 400. I don't know, just something random. So now what I do is I'm gonna apply the stamp tool, and just basically, here, let me make it bigger. It'll make this easier. So I'll just grab over here and start drawing here. You see that? Oops, I messed up a bit. Just make it smaller. And remember, you're gonna have that, what's it called? You're gonna have the jug over top of most of this, so you shouldn't worry too much, I guess. Just fill that up, make it look realistic. Look like the background was always there. Okay, so I mean, there you go. You essentially got your background. You can fix it up a bit. I don't know. I can't really see the tones right now. So now you'll go ahead and paste the jug back. Now the problem is the edges are rough. They're cut, and you can see that at some points, like where the shadow is. So what you do is you take the blur tool and you just blur those edges. The reason you wanted to make a rough cut is so that when you're blurring the edges, you're not blurring the object. So the form isn't distorted at all. You're just blurring the surrounding areas so that they match with the background. And over here, or up here, it's already, pretty matched up. So, it's your final image. Just a bit. Okay, thank you for watching.